Hi, my name's Troy. I want to reach out to a part of our community that there's a lot of mixed feelings about, the homeless. Everybody's seen them. They're on practically every freeway off-ramp with a work for food sign, or you see them in the parking lots at the grocery store, gas station, begging for money. Sometimes you see them sprawled out around town on park benches or in the grass, passed out. I've talked to a lot of people that have a lot of feelings and opinions on why they're there. Some people say they're alcoholics just looking for you to give them money so they can buy another bottle of booze. Some say they're drug addicts just looking for their next fix. And some say they're just lazy bums that are too lazy to go out and get a job. I know I've spent some time with the homeless, and some of the people I've met, these are true statements. But what do we do about it? Do we just ignore them? Do we just turn our heads and forget about them? I know that in Deuteronomy 15:11, God says, "There will always be poor people in the land. Therefore I command you to be open-handed towards the poor and to the needy in your land." That's the opinion I care about, God's opinion. Our hopes are to meet some homeless people, find out maybe why and how they are where they are. But I want to go out there with two goals. First one being, without spending any money whatsoever, is there anything I can do to help them? Is there maybe just talking with them, is maybe help them to get off the streets, maybe help them to get into a program to help them with an addiction. And the second goal is to go out there and maybe help somebody to open their hearts up and allow Christ into their lives. Help them to have power over their addictions and to give their life over to Christ. We might meet 50 people that don't want any help, but if we can find maybe that 51st person, maybe that person's been crying out to God saying, "I'm done with this lifestyle, I'm done with this situation," that's the person that we're looking to meet today. So with that being said, let's just go meet some homeless people. Yeah, can I talk to Daryl, please? How you doing, Daryl? This is Troy. I spoke to you last week. I just wanted to see if you still had any beds available. No, actually, we're going out to help the homeless, to bring somebody in that's been on the streets and had some addiction problems. Just gonna go try to see if we can meet some homeless. Well, that's why I was out here. I was just wondering. We're filming a little documentary. I was wondering if you guys would be interested.
Okay.
No.
Well, then we don't want to be on film, man.
Gotcha. But you know what? God bless you guys. Take care, man. Not quite the response I was looking at. Looks like camera.
Well, why not?
Just I asked that you guys just be real.
We're feeling good, but sometimes, very cold or the wind,
Right.
So,
How long have you been here, Ernesto?
I'm living here for 6 months.
6 months. What kind of job did you have?
Before, I working for a company and they working for Caltrans.
For Caltrans.
Caltrans, yeah, in the toll roads.
Ah.
And I working for Riverside Union, but I'm gonna stay 1 year in the hospital because I got a lash car.
Right.
And see, everything's go down.
Right. Believe it or not, I have a passion for the homeless because I was in your shoes, believe it or not.
Yeah,
In the year 2000, I was married for 9 years, had 2 young boys, and I had a drug and drinking problem. And my wife finally said she was done, and she filed for divorce. I ended up losing my job, and I turned to my drugs, naturally. I went to the streets, I used my last paycheck, I bought a car, and believe it or not, I lived in my car for quite some time. I ended up getting hooked up with the wrong crowd and getting in trouble with the law, and I ended up getting arrested. And in June 21st, year 2002, I got arrested for grand theft and big bag of drugs and a bunch of other stuff. And I remember sitting in that jail cell. Before, my wife and I, we had gone to this church in Fontana, and I remember the pastor, he had said so many times, he had said the Lord's Prayer, and I had said it, but it never really clicked. And that day, June 21st, in that jail cell, I ended up giving my life to Christ. And I asked that He'd open new doors for me. And it wasn't right away. Believe it or not, I got sentenced to prison. But, you know, I ended up going to prison, and God met me there. And through the Bible, you know what I mean, He started speaking to me. And since I got out, He ended up blessing me with my wife back. She divorced me. We were divorced for 3 years, but He ended up reuniting us, and we made God the center of our lives. He blessed me with a great job. He's given me power over drugs and alcohol, and I've been clean now. It'll be 6 years in June since the last time I had a drink or drug.